Hey guys, it's Kerima. Welcome back to another video. So I don't typically make sit-down style videos on my channel, but I really wanted to share some things with you guys. So we're doing something new today. So those of you who have been following me for a while and follow me on Instagram, you know that I've had some struggles in 2022. And my goal for 2023 is to make sure that it doesn't mirror 2022. If you're new here, just to quickly go over some of those things, in 2022, I had to really take a step back from YouTube for a little bit to kind of get my life in order because I was struggling with a lot of things. For one, I was dealing with a separation. Two, I was dealing with some major mental health issues. I suffer from chronic insomnia, and if you know anything about not sleeping, oh, it will shatter your life. I kept chugging along for as long as I could, but 2022 was basically the year that's my body said and my mind said enough is enough. We either figure this problem out or I'm shutting your whole operation down. So I really had to take some time to work through those issues, and that's what I did. On Instagram, I did explain that that was the reason for a lot of my absence here on YouTube. For one, the chronic insomnia kind of turned into like severe anxiety, and I started to feel a lot of despair, and it was turning into depression. So it was really important for me to just kind of take a step back and focus on getting my health back in order. And now I'm kind of ready to share some of the things and the changes that I made for 2023 to make sure that I stay on track. So one of the things that I wanted to do for 2023, which I haven't done in a while, was make a vision board. I kind of wanted to get my goals laid out for the entire year at a glance, and not a finite vision board. I wanted something that I would be able to add to throughout the year because things change. I wake up one day and I decide I want to do something new, or I want to add a goal to my year. So I wanted something that I could add to, and I also wanted something that I could make actionable, because that is my nemesis, taking action. I like to blame the insomnia because it's really hard to do anything without sleeping, and I've been dealing with insomnia for 3+ years, probably more, who knows, years. Okay, this is chronic. And a little bit has to do with the fact that I am the master procrastinator. So I really wanted to make sure that 2023 looked different. I did choose a word of the year for 2023, and my word of the year is action. So anything that I do in 2023, anything that I plan, anything that's on my vision board, I have to be able to make actionable. And I want to show you guys, basically the point of this video is to show you guys how I am doing that and what tools I'm using to help keep myself organized. So I want to introduce you guys to my Notion. If you guys are not familiar with Notion, I'll explain what it is now. So I've been using Notion to create my vision board, and it's a easy to use platform where you can do everything in one place. So you can plan, you can track, you can follow your progress, you can put all of your work on one platform and in one space to kind of keep yourself organized. And I am going to give you guys a tour of my Notion. It's really simple to use, and if you've never used it before, there are a ton of tutorials on YouTube on how to kind of get yourself started. But I've been loving it so far because, like I said before, I'm good at the vision boards and making them pretty. I'm good at the to-do list. I'm good at making the plans, but I kind of struggle with making things actionable. And Notion has been helping me do that, and I want to show you guys how. So here's a look at my Notion. It's pretty simple. There are some things that I want to do to customize it, but I'm still working on that. But I did use the goal tracking template, and I got this template free from Notion. You can really customize everything. I can customize this banner up here, which I plan on changing. And I can also customize my quarterly goals pictures, which I also plan on changing. I really want to put a quote that fits the quarter, and I'm still working on that part of the process, but again, it's something that you can customize. So yeah, this is what my vision board looks like. It's broken down into quarter because, again, my word of the year is action, and I want to take it in bite-sized pieces so that I can really get these things done. So let's start here. I'm not going to show you guys all my goals because some things I don't like to put it in the atmosphere, and then I don't know, for some reason I feel like I get jinxed and I struggle to get it done. But obviously I do want to show you what my Notion looks like. So we will start with my January goals and kind of just go throughout my vision board so you can see the different tools that I'm using. So this is my Q1 goals, or actually my January goals. All of my goals from January and March are here. And I kind of want to show you some of the things that I've accomplished for January, since we're in February now. Okay, so in January, as you can see, my goal for that month was to work out 4 days a week, post 4 YouTube videos a month, study for another nursing certification because story of my life. My goal was to save $1,400 for the month of January in my retirement account, put $500 in my kids' 529 plan, and to research a target language. And that just means one of my big goals for this year is to learn a new language. I want to learn 2 new languages, but obviously not in 1 year. But the goal was to pick between the 2 languages I was deciding, do some research on how I was going to get that done. And yeah, that's the plan for January. So what I like to go over at the end of the month is the things that I accomplished, look at the things I did not accomplish, and kind of put a plan together to get those things accomplished. So I did meet my savings goal. I did meet my monthly fitness goal. I didn't post 4 videos on YouTube for the month of January. And again, it's because I have a lot of other priorities that I was working on. I had some work related things that I had to work on. And I also had just health things. I'm putting my health and my mental health first this year. So those things took precedence, but it is on my vision board. It is on my to-do list, and I'm confident that I'll get there. Some of the things that I want to put in place is create a content calendar. I'm just not good at that. I mean, I have all the video ideas, but I'm not good at putting the actual calendar together. So I'm going to do some research on that and actually create a content calendar so that I can do a better job getting my videos planned, filmed, and edited and out to you guys. And I'm also going to put together a dedicated schedule time for my nursing certification, because I have the tools, but I haven't actually sat down to study. So I need to put a schedule together so I can get that done as well. And yeah, so basically that is kind of what my vision board looks like. That's how it's set up. So it's the same thing for my February goals. Some of those goals will roll over, of course, like getting the 4 videos out to you, and we go through that with each quarter. Okay, so I needed to update one of my goals here on my vision board because for some reason it got deleted. I don't know how that happened. But this is what I meant by having something that I can add to and just not a finite board, because it's in list form here and obviously it's digital, so I can just add to the list as I go through the year and realize that I have additional goals. So these are my goals at a glance. And we'll kind of just go through them quickly, but I have a list of my goals, what type of goal it is, and the status of the goal. I have the checkbox basically because I'm a nurse and I like to check things off. I don't know, it's just a habit. But it's really not different than the status, because I can obviously mark it complete here when it's done, or mark it done when it's completed. But I want to mark it done, and I want to check off the box, and if I had the option I would cross it out too. So let's go through some of my goals. Like you saw in my January goal, one of my major goals is to work out 4 days a week, and I want to do that throughout the year. I want to start journaling, or I did start journaling. I call it journaling, but it's really brain dumping for me. I keep a notebook by my bedside, and at night I kind of just get the thoughts out of my head. It is one of the tools that was taught to me by my psychologist to really help with my insomnia and to help slow my thought process down. So I do that every night, or I try to get that done every night. But I just call it journaling because sometimes it does turn into a journal session. Another personal goal is just to call a friend. I speak to my friends often, but I just want to be a little more proactive about me taking the time and calling certain friends and just making sure that I check in with them, because as you guys know, life is short, and I just always want my loved ones to know that I'm thinking about them and I love them. So that is part of my plan. My nursing certifications, I got 2 that I actually want to get done this year. So I'm working on that. I do want to save for an income property. That is one of my year-long goals. I don't know if I'll be able to get the property this year, but I do want to start saving for it, and I have, which is why it's in progress. Posting 4 videos on YouTube, at least 4 videos a month on YouTube, because I do want to be more. I want to be more consistent for you guys. I'm really working hard on that, and I want to grow this platform. I love this community, so I'm working on it. I want to grow my channel to at least 50,000 subscribers this year. I've been kind of sitting stagnant, and I know why. I haven't been the most consistent, so all of that is part of the plan to do better and grow. I want to max out my retirement accounts because your girl does not want to work forever, and I want to learn French this year. So I was going between French and Spanish. I decided to start with French. I have a lovely friend here in Texas who speaks French as well, so she's really been helping me. And yeah, so these are the goals that I have so far for 2023. And again, the word of the year is action. I'm going to keep saying that. So I want to show you guys how I'm making it actionable, because yes, I can make the list, and I actually could put 100 things on this list, but it doesn't mean much if I don't get any of these things done. So we are going to open up just an example here. And this is just one of the features that I love about Notion. You can put your vision board together. You can do your quarterly goals. You can have your list of your yearly goals at a glance. And then you can open it up and add details. So in here, I want to work out 4 days a week, but I want to put an action plan together. So in here, I have my actual workout plan, so that I can access it and utilize it. So I'm going to open that up so you guys can see what that looks like. So here is my workout plan, and this is what I do on a weekly basis to make sure that I get some exercise in for the week. Now, I don't do every single exercise on this plan, and as you can see, it is set up as a 5-day-a-week plan because that's how I started. Your girl was really ambitious, but the goal is also consistency. So if something is not working for you, modify it to make it work. I needed to pull back a little bit because 5 days was a little bit of overkill for me. So I pushed it back to 4, and that's been working for me. Instead of doing 2 leg days, 2 pull days, and a push day, I do 2 leg days, 1 pull day, 1 push day, and that's my 4 days a week. I have my entire plan. It's kind of built out over 8 weeks, and then I just kind of recycle. I switch up the moves. And yeah, that is how I am making my workout plan actionable. I will share a few other ones with you guys just to show you how I'm making it actionable, since that is my word of the year. So for my nursing certification, in here I did list my study guides and my study method. Now listen, I did this to practice and study for my NCLEX certification, not certification, my NCLEX license, my nursing license, and it worked. So there's a method to this madness. So don't judge me. Don't ask me no questions. It's just what I do. But here are the study materials that I plan on using to study for my CCRN. I'm also going to take the nursing informatics certification, so I will be adding those study materials. And the next thing that I plan on adding in here is the actual study plan and schedule once I kind of curate that. I also wanted to show you guys how I plan on maxing out my retirements. So I just kind of have a list of the retirement accounts that I actually have, what the max contributions are so I can see that at a glance, and what I would actually need to contribute to meet this goal. So in my 401k, I can contribute $22,500, and for me, I need to be able to contribute at least $865 bi-weekly, since I get paid bi-weekly, to meet that goal. Same thing for my Roth IRA. The max contribution is $6,500. I need to be able to contribute at least $542 a month to meet this goal. And I do have a taxable brokerage account, not act. Let's just add another C. And in there, I don't really have a plan for that yet because your girl is not rich yet. So pretty much I put whatever's left after I pay my bills, take care of my day-to-day expenses, make sure that I save for my children. I put whatever's left in there. And to learn French, I just have my study materials at the moment. I'm kind of easing my way into learning a language because for me, it's hard as heck. I'm going to record it for you guys so you can see, just kind of in like a productive day when I'm just getting some things done. I am going to record me practicing French because it is hilarious. The accent. Where do you learn that part at? Because your girl is struggling. I'm doing pretty well with actually learning the words and understanding. That part is connecting somewhat, but that accent is crazy. I'm trying. I started out with Duolingo because it's simple. It's like game form, so it's kind of fun, and it's the least intimidating. And this is kind of the steps I want to take. Once I'm done with Duolingo, or it's just too easy, I want to move on to Pimsleur. The TED Talks is really, for me, I saw a video, that was part of my research. So I watched a video on how to kind of catch the accent, or just, different ways that people implemented learning new languages. And I liked one of this guy's videos. He learned French in like a month, but he also studied 8 hours a day. And who has that kind of time? That's crazy. But one thing that he did that I really liked is he listened to TED Talks in his target language to catch the accent and to learn like some commonly used words, vocabulary words. So I plan on implementing that as well. Once I have a broad enough vocabulary, I will get some easy readers to learn to read. And then eventually I want to get on italki. I think that's what it's called. I may be wrong. I have to look that up again. But basically you can get like a live tutor who, you can practice the language with a person that kind of speaks that language natively, and you can practice your target language with. So this is how I'm trying to make learning French actionable. Okay guys, so that was a look at my Notion. That's how I'm using it to track my progress. It's where I'm keeping my vision board, and it is where I am keeping all of my actionable steps to make my goals come true. So if you are looking to start planning your life and you want to put all of that in one place that's easy to access and easy to use, you can start with Notion. It is a free platform. Just use my link in the description box below. And again, I want to thank Notion for sponsoring today's video.